1, 2, 3, 4.
Since he bought his first electric guitar a few years ago, the poet Paul Muldoon has been spending a lot of time underground, specifically in basements beneath Princeton, New Jersey, where he rehearses with his three-car garage band, Rackett. Muldoon, whose poetry has earned him a Pulitzer Prize, writes all of Rackett's lyrics, but he had help with his first composition.
The first song I wrote really was with Warren Zevon. I had always been a fan of Warren Zevon, thought of him as, and continue to think of him as one of the great songwriters of the era. And I wrote him a fan letter to that effect. We got together in New York, pottered around New York a bit, and then he casually said to me, would you like to try and write a song with me? So I tried to appear calm and cool, of course, and said, oh, well, we'll see what we can do. Meanwhile, of course, bursting with excitement.
That collaboration between the poet and the songwriter led to My Ride's Here, originally recorded by Zevon and now a mainstay of Rackett's live set.
The Houston sky was changeless. We galloped through blue bonnets. I was wrestling with an angel. We were working on a sonnet. He said, I believe the seraphim will gather up my pinto and carry us away, Jim, across the sand and sing to
Muldoon says that working with Zevon taught him to appreciate the craft in even the simplest rock songs. But he points out that poets and songwriters share a common ancestry.
I come from a tradition, the Irish tradition, of course, where there was really no essential distinction between the poem and the song. Many of the songs were poems, the poems sung. So, and of course, indeed, in the English tradition, a great many of the earliest poems certainly were sung. Many of them we no longer have, but they must have been sung to the accompaniment of a harp or some kind of lyre, as in the idea of the lyric poem. But I've always been interested in trying to write lyrics as such.
While he praises Leonard Cohen, Bob Dylan, and Bruce Springsteen as writers, Muldoon says the inspiration for Rackett songs comes in part from his admiration for the rhymesters of Tin Pan Alley.
I'm thinking of Cole Porter, Irving Berlin, Ira Gershwin, songwriters like these who were absolutely astonishingly adept in what they could manage, brilliant rhymesters, brilliant songwriters. So what I've tried to do is to go back a little bit to that tradition and try to integrate it, whether or not it's possible I'm not entirely sure, but try to integrate it with more basic rock and roll and the raw aspect of rock and roll, which is part of its strength. So who knows, I mean, we may be attempting to do something that's not entirely workable, but we're doing our best.
She hangs in Ollie's grocery, she hangs in the Lord's den. Her glance is so precursory, you think she's into men who hang in the ballroom or at the bitter end. She came over with the pilgrims, she's gone back with your friends to B.B. King's or Iridium.